This segment is sponsored by Nautical Boat Club. I think we all know being a boat owner sounds amazing, but we're all pretty aware that it can actually be a pretty big pain. So if you don't want to deal with the time, the cost, the hassle, but you still want to get plugged in with our boating community, I have some good news. We're at Nautical Boat Club today. We're having a great time. We're with co-owner Alex McLaughlin, who's going to tell us a little bit more. Alex, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rosie. Thanks for coming out.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. What we want to talk about first and foremost, Alex, is kind of dealing with some headlines that have been out there about Lake Travis. You say the lake is still open. In fact, it's a pretty good place to be right now.
Yeah, Rosie, over 20 years Nautical Boat Club's been on Travis, and in that time we've seen the lake come up and down many times. In fact, we've seen the lake rise 40 feet in about 24-hour span before. The lowering of the lake takes a lot of time, as we saw last summer. But what I want to bring to everyone's attention today is that the lake is still very deep and highly navigable. A lot of fun can be had out here. Our members are enjoying and recreating on Lake Travis every day of the week right now.
In fact, you kind of feel like it's a bit of a hidden gem right now because of what's happening with the boat ramp situation.
The access around the lakes hasn't changed at all. There's no new marinas hardly, there's no new slips, and so access to the lake is difficult to begin with. And then when the ramps close, it becomes even harder. The interesting part about Travis is, though, because it's about 200 feet deep when it's full, when you lose 40 or 50 feet, you still have a lot of water to work with. In this case, we're about half full right now. Our boats on Travis are in 60 to 90 feet of water at the marinas, so there's plenty of water out here to enjoy.
I think it brings us to a good point. Let's talk a little bit about Nautical Boat Club, because I think this is a super cool membership idea.
It's a lot of fun, Rosie. If you were a member today, you would have already gone through training with us prior to your first outing. We'll spend a couple hours with you on these boats, on the water, hands-on training, going through the club and setting your expectations on what we can deliver, what the membership provides, how to use the membership and get the most out of it. We're going to cover a lot of navigation and safety topics as well. We're also going to cover the boat specifics, what to do in certain scenarios. You know, if you have an emergency, who do you call? All these kind of things. When you're on the water, someone is here to support you. So unlike a boat owner, we've given you knowledge and support before you get on the water. We support you as you arrive to the dock. We help you depart. Usually it's about a 5-minute process. And then when you're out on the lake, if you have any issues, we're here for you, available by phone. Our new boats do break. If that happens, we come bring you home. We take care of all that. There's no hassle other than, you know, your day might have gotten cut a little bit short.
But not only that, you don't have to be a certain type of boater to be out here. You guys have a ton of variety.
We own and maintain all the boats in our fleet at the Lakeway location where we're at today. There's 24 boats in service. The boats are turned every 3 years, so you're always looking at new product. Every year about a third of the fleet will get turned. We keep the variety in play here because it's fun. Certain boats are good for certain activities, and a lot of times you'll have a family that's split where spouse A wants this type of boat, spouse B wants this type of boat. We kind of meet, you know, all of those criteria. Another issue that we see is families grow out of their boating needs, usually within less than 5 years. Their needs change. Their kids go off to college. They don't want to surf anymore. Now they want a boat like this. The other nice thing about the club is because we're only 1-year terms, it's a lot less commitment than ownership. You don't have to keep a slip. You don't have to deal with any of the other issues that boat ownership entails.
Let's talk about the fact that it is a year-round membership, because the boating season in Austin is not 3 months long. We get a lot of time out here.
The season is getting longer, I feel like. I've been in Austin several decades, and summers aren't getting any cooler, and they're not getting any shorter. But what we see is that our members are boating almost every month of the year. There are going to be warm months even in January and February. Most folks aren't getting in the lake that time of year, but there's certainly time to enjoy the water, and there's other activities to enjoy. Fishing, sightseeing, picnicking, all kinds of other fun things to do on and around the water that don't involve necessarily being in the water. The off season is great. In the fall, everybody leaves the lake when there's UT games, and the water's still warm.
Not only that, but if people have a membership, they also get to have reciprocity, so they don't have to be just here on Lake Travis. They can kind of explore at your other locations, right?
Yeah, right now there's over 25 clubs in the network. Here in Central Texas, we have 4 that are public and 2 that are private. There's 3 locations on Lake Travis. Currently, we're at Lakeway Marina, where we are today. We're at North Shore Marina in Jonestown and at VIP Marina in Valente. VIP and Valente kind of serve the Leander, North Austin, Northwest Austin segment of the city. Lakeway tends to serve West Austin a little more primarily, and South Austin just due to geography.
You say now is still a really good time to join, so maybe somebody's watching this this morning. They're wanting to get out on the water, but boy, they don't want to deal with being a boat owner. They kind of just want the plug and play that you guys offer here. They can still sign up for this summer and get a ton of fun out of it.
Yeah, currently we're not on a wait list here. Unlike all our marinas that are on a wait list, you can get in the club and get on the water tomorrow. The obstacles to entry into boating right now in Austin are numerous. The ramps, there are no slips available at the marinas. Boat costs have gotten pretty out of control the last few years with the demand from COVID. Numerous other barriers that the club just resolves for you. Our members show up to a boat that's cleaned, outfitted, warmed up, ready to go. They spend their entire time allotted for boating on the water, making memories with their family. When they're done, they fill up the boat with gas, give us the keys back, and they're done with their day.
Sounds amazing. And then the last thing I've got to ask you about, because I know a lot of families get in touch with y'all, is that it's not just boats. You guys also offer some toys. So all we have to do is call ahead of time, right, and say, hey, we'd like to have a little extra fun on the boat today.
Yeah, Rosie, our reservation system is available to members online, so you can go online and see what boats are available, what days, and pick the specific boat you want. When you book a boat, included in your reservation would be details about what you want on the boat, when you're going to arrive, and so we offer wakeboards, surfboards, kneeboards, tubes, trainer equipment, so youngsters can get behind the boat and learn. Everything that goes behind the boat, noodles, stuff to float on. Of course, the boats are already loaded with the essentials. You've got anchors, fenders, dock lines, emergency contact cards. We use radios for short-term communication around the marina. Everything you need for a day on the lake except your friends in a swimsuit.
That sounds like a really fun, very easy way for families to get out there and enjoy themselves this summer and beyond. Alex, we really appreciate your time this morning. Thank you so much.
You bet, Rosie. Thanks.
Lake Travis is safe and open for boating, so come on down, see what you're missing out on this summer. Learn more about Nautical Boat Club at joinnauticalboatclub.com. This segment is sponsored by Nautical Boat Club.